How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We are back for another Dokkan Battle video. In today's video, we are revisiting one of the more peculiar releases of this year, and that is the STR Perfect Cell. Released as part of the April Fool's Day campaign this year. He was an odd choice for the campaign, mostly because, I mean, he's a rather hype and prominent villain character for the type of celebration that April tends to bring us, right? You think previous years we've gotten things like Kale or, you know, Topo or Yamcha, right? I mean, it just... Cell really didn't fit the celebration. Even more so, right? He, he was a bit of an odd release, right? Him as the leader of his team was probably the worst thing for him because he has that revive passive where he specifically has to be the one to revive in order to gain his buff. So we're going to attempt to do that here because, like I said, when he was released, running him as leader was just a non-option because it was so difficult to maintain both of the cells. But now we have Omega's team. He got a little bit better with Hit's release, but now he's returned for the first time on Baby's banner, and he's on Omega's team. So we're going to run him on Omega's team here and see how he performs on the team. I envision it's probably a lot better than Hit's team. There's a lot more RNG that is involved in Hit's team, and as you can see here, right, like we can actually, we can actually run him pretty well here, right? There's no domain clash because, right, Omega's domain can be activated at any time, so we can actually just let Cell's domain proc for the beginning and get that buff, and then he'll get the buff from Omega's domain once we activate that. So I mean, honestly, I think Omega is a really good slot for him, and then he provides, a good revive for Omega's team, right? So if you don't want to use Int Boo, you could possibly use this guy to extend the life of your domains, as well as, provide a relatively decent defensive character. We'll see how well that holds up towards the end of the fight here, but nonetheless, I think he's in a much better position than he was when he released, because we're not even using that many different characters from his celebration. Like literally, we're just using the AGL cell as a partner for him, and that's it. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to maintain a rotation of the two Rosés. So let's go ahead and just we'll put Omega here. But I think what we'll do is we'll maintain a rotation of the two Rosés and then a rotation of the two cells. Just to kind of see how this functions here. The thing is with Cell, I'm not expecting damage out of him, right? As you guys already saw for that first turn that we had here, he did like, 18 mil, like that's not that much, but I would like to see defensively if he can hold up throughout this fight, especially as we get towards the AoE phase. I'm kind of curious how that's going to apply. Okay, nice, and then we go ahead and we get the bonus here. Perfect. Okay, so first phase down, on to phase 2, where of course Broly gets a little bit stronger. Again, I don't want to really force the revive until at least the AoE phase. I feel like this is one of the things where, like, I mean, obviously in general practice, like, you're not gonna, if you don't have to revive, you don't want to revive him. But if we can, we're gonna try to force the revive here just to kind of see how he holds up. But of course, locking here, that really messed things up. So I think what we'll do is we'll keep STR Cell on, we'll float off AGL Cell, and maybe that might make it a little bit, oh, there goes the super. Okay, that might make it a little easier to force a revive when we get to the next phase. That is the one thing I hate about this, is like this phase right here with the locking tends to mess things up a lot. But I mean, it's not that terrible, but it is annoying. Maybe I should have done the Kale and Cauliflower stage for this revisit here. Alright, 24 million. So honestly, built up here. We're not doing too terrible, honestly. There we go. Alright, we get another normal. Okay, so we're probably not going to revive this turn, but we are tanking double digits here, which is good. I mean, not to say that the Phase 2 normals are that bad. That was 850k, that's not that bad. Even the Super probably wouldn't have been that bad for Cell here, so, I mean, is what it is. We are in a bit of a dangerous situation, though, right? As you guys know, the final phase does cancel dodge, so while we do have AGL Cell, I do intend on probably using Golden Frieza's active on the turn that he's on rotation in the final phase, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, here we go. Okay, so I think we'll just keep... Oh... Yeah, okay, we want to rotate Frieza off, or we want to rotate Rose off, get him on there with the other Rose. That'll probably be ideal here. There we go. Yeah. So, I mean, the only thing we're gaining after we revive is an additional damage reduction and guard. So... if we end up not reviving, at least we'll kind of see Cell max out on offense, right? Because I think he gets up to 150% per attack performed, or something like that. It's yeah. Oh, it's defense per attack performed. Okay, so I mean the attack you're gonna see. I mean we're pretty much that's where we're at, and that's where we're gonna be at for the remainder of this. Okay. All right. Okay, here goes the Super on Omega. And we get double digits, very nice. And then we get another Super on Rose as we float him off. That does mean he's probably going to be a little less offensive than we need him to be, but we'll see how he gets. Alright, so here we are in the final phase here. So I imagine we're probably going to take some damage from the AoEs here, because what are the AoEs? 1.2 million. Okay, so we might take some damage from the AoE here, but let's see. We won't use his active skill just to see how much that affects us. Oh, we get the dodge. Nice. Okay, we'll take that. Alright, and then Omega goes ahead and eats this Super here. What is a Super, like 3.7 mil? Double digits. You gotta love Omega Shenron. Good God. People are seriously downplaying this dude as a villain leader too. That's the crazy thing. I'm starting to see some downplay on Omega's prowess here, and I gotta say, like, that's just crazy to me. Like, I mean, look at what he just did there. He just took that 3.7 million to the face here. We don't even have his domain up because I don't think he's affected by. Well, what is Cell's domain? Cell's domain it's just tournament participants, right? Yeah, it is. It's just tournament participants, so he's not even benefiting from that at all. Okay, alright, we get the additional Super with AGL Rosé. Alright, nice. Alright, so I mean, again, like I said with Cell, the thing with him that we're concerned with is not his offensive prowess, but rather whether or not he can revive and, you know, tank what he needs to tank for us. As long as he can do that, I don't think we have many problems. And honestly, thinking about it, well, actually, I don't know if AGL Cell would have been the best choice here. Maybe we should have went with Tech Cell. Is Tech Cell on power absorption? I'm actually not sure. Oh, he's not. Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, so Tech Cell isn't even on this category, so he wouldn't have worked here anyway, so is what it is. Okay, here we go. So we get the transformation into Perfect Cell. Now, we're not going to activate Omega's domain yet, because I do want to ensure that we don't accidentally have a turn in the final phase where we're not covered. So we'll wait a turn here. We'll put, you know what we'll do? We'll put Gogeta here. Yeah, okay, that's what we'll do. We'll put Gogeta here in front. We'll grab that. So we'll get the guaranteed dodge here this turn. We'll grab that. And then... Okay. So, kind of looks like we might not be dodging, or we might not be reviving after all in this phase. There we go. We get the dodge. Okay, so I would not be surprised if Gogeta kills here. Excellent. All right, and we get an additional super for 20 million. Excellent. We get another one. Yeah, there we go, for 22. And done. And that drives us into the final phase here against the Broly. Now, again, for those that are not aware, this dude builds up quick, right? Like, he starts off not too bad, right, with only a 3.6 million super, but the more the turns go on here, the more he gets 30% with each attack, each turn pass, as well as 5% with each attack we deal. So we've got some problem along with canceling dodge, but I think for this first turn we should be able to hang STR Rose in front. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna pass off Omega to the next rotation. There we go. We get double digits on the normals. What are the normals here? 1.2 million. Yeah, okay, that's good. And no super. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, is he not gonna super us in slot 1? No, but he does. Double digits. Nice job, Rose. Alright. Okay, and then next turn, if we roll back to this next turn, we will use the active skill. And then we'll be able to, you know, sort of take him down. Okay, not bad, but the question is, where's that second super? There it is. Okay, well, a double digits was pre-super, then I imagine post-super we're all right here. Excellent. Alright, now we don't have to worry about attacks for the rest of the turn, since both supers occurred in slot 1, so we're good here, and we can just let everyone get built up. Nice. And we get one more. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Alright, so that's crazy. We actually did not get the revive here this fight. I mean, we could intentionally proc it here, but I don't really see a point in doing that in the next rotation. Because, again, we have Golden Frieza, and we probably want to utilize that active skill. And, again, it's not that big of a deal. Let's see here. Nice. Alright, and double digits. Okay, here. So, we're gonna go ahead. Yeah, we'll do this number. We'll swap into Frieza. We'll get the active. So, Cell's active is gonna give him a little extra buff here. I think it gives 40. Is it 40% for his active? 35%, right? So he's 35% stronger now. And of course, we'll be protected from the supers here, because we would probably die if we let him eat the super here in slot 1. But that's, you know, that's fine. It's not a big deal. Because he should, yeah, perfect. Double digits. And there goes the second one. Okay, so nice. He gets double digits there. Alright, not bad, Cell. Not bad. Again, not particularly known for his offensive prowess, but, you know, still not bad. Because you think he's going to do 4 of those, right? There we go. Well, okay, I lied. We got a normal there. There we go. 23. So, again, not particularly crazy on terms of offense, but post-super, if we were revived, he'd be living you know, he'd be living some built-up normals here, but obviously we haven't revived yet, so here we go. Nice. Alright, get some big damage on the AGL cell. 55 million. Perfect. We get another one? Oh, no, that's the normal. Alrighty, well, I guess it's up to Frieza here. Alright, deal some big damage here, Frieza. Alright, 100 mil, you love it. Gotta love that target skill. Alright, we get an additional super for 66 million. Okay, so now we're in a bit of a pickle. Oh, whoa, yeah. Look at that. Okay, we're good. We're here. So we'll pop Zamasa's active here. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright, and then just to be safe in case you don't kill, because Rose has better defense post-super, we will go ahead, since we're not below 60%, we'll just go ahead and use Rose here. He will have the extra 40% buff from using the active skill, but, I mean, oh, 93 million. I love it. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and use that. Boom, and done. Alrighty, so there you have it. There is STR Cell revisited. We've got him, since our last time we showed him off at 55%, we've got him level 10 links. We've got him rainbow now, and honestly, I'm pretty pressed with his performance here. It's pretty darn good. I mean, there's a lot that he could still obviously benefit from, like, but on Omega's team, right, he's getting, you know, nearly 140% support from Omega, combined with no clash in domains, right? You can activate Cell's domain right away, and then activate Omega's later, and you'll never have a lapse in domain, especially for fights like this that tend to run through both Omega's domains. So that's really helpful having that extra, even if it is just benefiting him and maybe his partner Cell. But honestly, I feel like now that we've got Deuce into him, he's significantly better than the last time we viewed him at 55%. Being able to tank the hits here is significantly better than what he was tanking in the red zone fights that we had done with him initially. So very, very impressed with Cell. Even more impressed with his performance here on Omega's team. It just means he's another great option for Omega, and further proves that Omega is probably the best villain lead we've had in a very long time. So guys, that is it for the video. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know, what do you think of STR Cell now that he's made his first return back? I'm sure some of you guys, if you didn't end up summoning on baby, probably picked up a copy or two. Let us know in the comments down below, and let us know if you enjoy these revisitation showcases, and if you'd like to see more of them in the coming future. Let us know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.